Yeah, so this is the second talk on the practice of six paramita, six perfection. On the earlier teaching, talk basic practical teaching on the generosity. So this particular talk will be on the practice of morality. As I mentioned before, the foundation to have a successful practice of six paramita is loving kindness, compassion. Compassion is the basis, like a fertile ground. And also did mention earlier that the practice of generosity play like a seed, fertile seed, to grow all the other greater qualities, including the perfection, the qualities of perfection in morality, moral discipline. Yeah. So morality, the definition of morality, the mind that abstain from negativities, and the mind that integrate or accumulate virtues. So this can be, roughly the idea what it meant, morality. So when it comes to, the different type of morality, it can be, of course, there are so many different, numbers of categories. But if you summarize, then it can be summarized into three different types of morality. The morality that abstention from negativities, and morality of integrating virtues, and morality of working for the welfare of other sentient beings. So, yeah, morality of abstention from misbehavior. I think, most of you know what are the 10 non-virtuous action. The 3 of body, the 4 of the speech, and the 3 of the mind. Like such as the non-virtues of killing, stealing, sexual misconduct, the physical, the non-virtues. Then the speech, lying, etc. Then from the thoughts, the 3 non-virtues of the thought. One is very much very much expression of attachment, grasping, and one is very much expression of the aversion, and one is very much expression of ignorant. So in short, all the negative actions of our body, speech, and mind can be summarized within the 10 non-virtuous act, or 10 non-virtuous doings. And abstaining our body, speech, and mind from the engagement of any form of those 10 non-virtues, or in short, abstaining our body, speech, and mind from any form of harmful action, harmful deeds, whether it's to do with yourself or whether it's to do with one person, others, or whether it's to do with the rest of the numberless sentient beings, including formless beings, including spirits, etc. And of course, including causing harm to the divine beings like Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and Arhats, etc. So what it means by harmful action in relation to yourself. Any anything that accumulate delusions, any action that accumulate causes and conditions for furthermore development of delusions, like such as attachment, anger, ignorance, and any deeds that accumulate causes and conditions that which will lead to physical or emotional suffering, including the pervasive suffering of samsara. Whatever action through our body, speech, and mind that will lead ourselves to continue in this cyclic existence, to reincarnate by force of karma and delusion again, all are negativities. All are harmful actions towards oneself. All has to be abstain from committing it. You see, so the morality, the practice of morality is, for us to genuinely take care of our body, speech, and mind for the temporary and ultimate benefit of ourselves, and temporary and ultimate benefit of rest of the other sentient beings. You see, and that is the benefit of practicing morality. So practicing morality is a perfect protection, perfect security for our own happiness and for others' happiness. You see, like such an example, by committing the harmful actions of karma or killing, whether the object is to do with the self or whether its object is to do with the other living being, is harmful for oneself and harmful for others. Even if one cause harm to one's life, it is heavy karma. Temporarily, it costs one's life. Ultimately, one have accumulated causes and conditions to suffer through intermediate state, suffer through the next rebirth. So therefore, intention-wise, physical action-wise, and whatever action that involve, causing harm to oneself, one's life, is all negativities, and it has to be abstain from committing it. When it comes to causing life of others, whether it is human or whether it's insect, even causing harm to spirits, formless beings, one will receive the harm of the karma of karmic consequences of, like such as sicknesses, shorter life, and obstacles in the prosperity of life. And of course, you cause the life of others. You see, so so there are different karmic results that one experience now and long future. And all karmic consequences are suffering, karmic consequences, suffering consequences. You see, so ultimately, self or others, do not wish to encounter sufferings, and it is causes of suffering, and only wish happiness and causes, to encounter causes of happiness. That being the true innate expressions of every single living being, starting from self, then any form of deeds from the non-virtues, like such as killing, etc., are to be abstained, are to be prevented, overcome, and purified. You see, so through the observation of good human beings ethic, being compassionate, being kind, being loving, being caring, being understanding, help to prevent, committing of many of those negativities, will prevent us committing wrongdoings, harmful doings through our body, speech, and mind. It also prevents other committing from, the harmful doings through their body, speech, and mind. But if someone that who already follow the spiritual path, then, like such as a Buddhist path, then just even taking a vow of refuge, it will prevent causing harm to oneself, causing harm to others. Then taking 5 lay vows, you see, then taking the ordination vows, pre-ordination vows, novice vows, and fully ordained vows, and taking Bodhisattva vows, taking tantric vows. So there are hundreds and hundreds of precepts and vows, including like one day precept, like Mahayana precepts, 8 Mahayana precepts like that. So all these are tools to accomplish the practice of morality. All these are observation of the practice of morality. And all these practices, if we conduct with altruistic intention, great compassionate intention, then this is the practice of from the Mahayanic Dharma, the practice of 6 paramita of morality. And if we dedicate all these practices for the well-being of numberless sentient beings, starting from yourself and rest of the family members, it becomes the Mahayanic Dharma of the perfection of morality. You see, practice of morality. So like that. So just by even taking or just by observing the 5 lay precepts, even if we don't take the 5 lay precepts, the traditional way, but just knowing them and just observing them by anybody can able to protect ourselves committing non-virtues, committing transgressions, or say committing non-virtues, you see. It's again like no killing, no stealing, no lying, no sexual misconduct, no intoxication. These are the 5 lay precepts. Yes, we can traditionally, we can take with the ceremony, but then it's not necessary to observe these practices. Even someone that who is not following Buddhist tradition, someone is not religion, but then if you wish to abstain from committing harmful deeds for oneself and harmful deeds for others as a good human being, good citizen, good human being, then by practicing not killing, not stealing, not lying, not sexual misconduct, and no intoxication, will bring a better world, will contribute to the world peace, will contribute to the peace and happiness of self, peace and happiness of your family member, peace and happiness of the entire humanity. Even though one person is observing this practice, like such as practice of no killing, rest of the animals, rest of the humanity, rest of the sentient beings, life becomes safer, life becomes protected, So even though it's one person observing this precept of no killing, numberless other sentient beings, their life is safe. Their life is safer. Their life is protected from harm to their life from you. So one person's cultivation of morality, benefits the rest of the numberless sentient beings from the receiving of the harm of one's body, speech, and mind. You see, so so therefore, it is not a simple, ordinary practice. It is absolutely most beneficial practice when we observe as many precepts as possible, as many vows as possible. You see, so therefore, we as a human being, that we have great habitual negative influence, from the past days and weeks and months and years and lifetime. It's very easy for us to indulge into harmful doings through our body, speech, and mind. So easy to think negatively, so easy to say negatively, so easy to, act negatively. You see, so therefore, if we, as a good human being, at least remembering these 5 lay ethical disciplines in our day-to-day life, at least few times reminding ourselves of these 5 lay disciplines of no killing, no stealing, no sexual misconduct, no intoxication, will help us to, stay in a virtuous track, for us to, prevent causing harm to oneself and prevent causing harm to others. You see, and of course, if those of us that who already taken refuge in Buddha Dharma Sangha, then it is something that to remember all the time. It's not just remember 6 times or 3 times or whatever. Remember all the time. Remember in every before every major actions. To remember. You see. Practice of Dharma is practice of mindfulness. The practice of mindfulness to be mindful of all these moral disciplines, in our body, speech, and mind, and be mindful of make sure not causing harm to oneself and others. Be mindful of make sure we offer benefit in every single activity that comes out from our body, speech, and mind in our day-to-day life, at least to ourselves if we are alone. Then, if we are with family members, then to the rest of family members. If we come in contact with the rest of the others physically, then we observe these precepts. Then in heart we observe this precept for the benefit of rest of the numberless sentient beings. Yeah, you see. So therefore, those who have taken Buddhist vows and tantric vows, not just doing 6 session yogas or practice, it is something that always stay alive in the remembering, throughout our awareness. You see, if we are sangha, the monks or nuns, it is to remember all the time. We have to be monk or nun in every single awareness. You see, from the very first day when we take the 3 pre-ordination vow, by then already, we took the vow of changing our attitude, changing our sign, changing our name. From that very onward, we only remember the virtuous name, the Dharma name. Whenever we call ourselves, whenever we call our identity, we call in the Dharma, Dharma awareness, virtuous awareness. What we cultivate from that very moment onward, we renounce the samsaric, way of thinking. We renounce all the negative way of cultivation. From that very moment onward, we're supposed to be remembered. We're supposed to be, cultivating, our thought. Whatever thought arises, the thought has to be infused by renunciations towards samsara, towards negativities, towards the negative emotions, negative karma, negative doings, renounce delusions. It doesn't mean that we, the very first day we take the ordination, then we already overcome delusions, overcome negativities. It doesn't mean that. Renounce means that we prevent, we obstruct the intrusion of these negativities, these wrongdoings. It's the worldly way of cultivations. You see, so you see, so whatever the outer sign that we carry, whatever kind of colors, whatever kind of dresses we wear, but all has to be remembered. Have awareness of the Dharma illustration, virtuous illustration, not a negative way or not worldly way. You see, so this is started even from the very first day when we take the pre-ordination precepts. You see, then someone is already taken nervous vows and someone already taken fully ordination vows. Then, without any doubt, by then, one should be very senior in the Dharma practice, very senior in Buddha's conduct, without any doubt. The moment we promote ourselves, we regarded ourselves as ready from the pre-ordination to the nervous ordination practice, means we are already advanced. Then from there, if we take a fully ordination vow, means we are super advanced. You see, when we look into the actual practice of the pre-ordination, the three abandonments and 3 adoption, that itself is a very serious mindfulness practice. You see, so therefore, if someone is ordained sangha, then always have to be mindfulness in those vows. Then our body, speech, and mind has to be conducted accordingly with that. You see, and that is the morality. That is the practice of morality. Why morality is regarded one of the most forceful platform or the tool to bring perfection in our qualities, in our practices, in our dharma, is because it is very intense and it is very straightforward. Either yes or no. There's no bargain, and there's no second thought. Either yes or either no. You see. So someone who have taken ordination vows, then we have to be ordained all the time. We took the vow. We still carry the title of ordained sangha, but then we behave, we think, we speak, ordinary, negatively or very worldly way. And then it's absolutely like clarity there that we are not ordained. Labeling to the wrong base. You see, so it is extremely serious like that. Then someone who take Bodhisattva vows, who take Bodhisattva vows, just an example, just saying wrong thing about one of our Dharma brother sister, already we transgress. You see, so if we able to speak, think positive about the rest of the fellow Buddhist practitioners who are our Dharma brother sister, our spiritual Dharma brother sister not necessarily has to be taken, has to be one student of one guru or one particular human guru. We are one student We are same student of Guru Shakyamuni Buddha, whichever tradition we are coming from, whichever lineage we are coming from, whichever yana we are coming from, whichever Buddhist philosophy or background that we are coming from, you know, we have to speak quality about each other. We have to have a right speech about each other. We have a right attitude thinking about each other. We have a right, gesture of physical respect to each other. You see, so if anyone speak negatively about among Dhamma brothers sisters, among Buddhist fellow, then we against the Buddhist precepts of ordination, Buddhist precepts of Bodhisattva vows, and Buddhist precepts of the tantric vows. You see, those of us that who have taken initiations, we are Vajra brother sister, under the 5 dhyani Buddha. Even though we may have taken initiation from one particular lineage or one particular guru, but from whichever lineage we take the initiation, whichever guru we take the initiation, we take initiation of the 5 dhyani Buddha. Whichever deity we take the initiation, whichever deity that we take initiation, but when we take Hasvitantra initiation, we take initiation of the 5 dhyani Buddha. Our precept, our tantric, Haisukya tantric precept is based on the pledge of the 5 dhyani Buddha. You see, so we are equally Vajra brother sister, of the 5 under the deity of the 5 dhyani Buddha. You see, so therefore, so if we really know the Dharma, if we really know the Tantra, if we really know the Bodhisattva's teaching, if we really know the individual liberation vow, if we really know the Dharma, then there's no way, not possible, totally not allowed, since you have chosen this path, then if we cannot speak rightly, if we cannot praise, if we cannot see the Buddha's quality, deity's quality, Guru's quality in our Dhamma brothers sisters, at least if we cannot, even if we cannot see, those perfection in other Dhamma brother sister, but at least we have to remember this basic, honest and definite and a correct view of viewing the Buddha nature within each and every other of the Dhamma brother sister. You see, so in the Mahayanic Dharma, we in fact have to have this view towards the rest of the numberless sentient beings. Every single sentient being equally has Buddha nature. You see, so therefore, whenever we speak negatively about others, we transgress. We get the leakage from the tantric vow, we get the leakage from Buddhist vow, we get the leakage from ordination vow, we get the leakage from basic good human beings, moral ethic. You see, so therefore, so in short, the moral ethic is to lead our body, speech, and mind into virtues, only virtues, and the Dharma, which is absolutely beneficial for self and absolutely beneficial for others. When we transgress or when we get the leakage from this moral ethic, it is harmful for oneself, harmful for the society, harmful for others, harmful for all sentient beings. You see, so therefore, so we have to abstain from all the misbehaviors, all the negativities, which is harmful for oneself, harmful for others. So then the second one is, morality of integrating virtues. So that is which our body, speech, and mind, dedicating to only, cultivate virtues, think virtuous, speak virtuously, and act virtuously, Then from a very basic virtues of honest, pure, good heart, loving heart, kind heart, compassionate heart, selfless heart. Start from there, then speaking, thinking, physical action according with the nervous vows. Or was it pre-ordination vows, nervous vows, fully ordained vows. Speak, think, act according with the 5 lay precepts. Act, think, speak according with the Bodhisattva's vows, tantric vows, you see. And if we do that, if we invest our body, speech, and mind in these virtues, then we are integrating, we are observing the morality of integrating virtues, you see, like that. Then the morality of working for the welfare of sentient being. Whether it's coming from good human beings' point of view, or whether it's just whether it's coming from the Sarvaka, Patyaka, Yana's point of view, or whether it's coming from the Mayanic Sutra point of view or Mayanic Tantric point of view, the whole purpose is to benefit sentient beings. At least one sentient being that must benefit. That is you. That is yourself. You see. So then from there, the starting to offer benefit virtually, through thoughts, speech, and physical action, starting from yourself, then, expand to your closest people, your loved one, then rest of the humanity, then rest of the sentient being, and cause and condition, through cause and condition of the temporary happiness to the ultimate happiness of the rest of the numberless sentient being through the cultivation of virtues like loving kindness, compassion, and the rest of the moral precepts that we observe from a very basic human moral precept, like being honest, being compassionate, being kind, being forgiving, etc. To bring ultimately to bring the temporary benefit of joy and happiness and fulfillment to yourself, and ultimate happiness of full enlightenment to self, and temporary benefit of service and protection to others, and ultimate benefit of the enlightenment to rest of the numberless sentient beings, you see. So if this way, then we can able to truly create a very safe and peaceful and beneficial world within, and world among our family members, and world among rest of the other humanities, you see. So like that. So in particularly, during this difficult time of pandemic, we have to observe, a very strict measure of disciplines, physical discipline, mental discipline, verbal discipline, to elevate self and rest of the others from this crisis, and bring immense of contribution, of positivities to self, to rest of families, and rest of the humanities, and rest of the sentient beings. So something like that. Okay, so thank you.